You getting sleepy?
No, I need more alcohol. All right, my name is Rick Razzle. Welcome to the Hoppy Talk. I've been making beer professionally for 8 years.
I'm Matthew Coles, and I've been drinking beer professionally for over 2 decades.
And now we're recording conversations that we've always had over beer, rating beer. So that's what we do here. All right. So today we are going to have Hoegaarden right here. Belgian style beer, a white beer, wit beer. So on the label it says 4.9%, 11.2 fluid ounces. A lot of French stuff here. It says bière blanche. I don't know how you pronounce all that stuff.
It's weird that, because they speak French in Belgium.
So Hoegaarden, coriander and orange peel founded. And here it says it in French. I don't know how to, hopefully I don't butcher this. Anno 1445. And 1445, the original Belgian wheat beer. And a funny thing, I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but it's clear up here, and it's haze on the bottom.
Oh, whoa.
So there's a way to pour this. So let me read the rest of the label. Almost 600 years ago in the Belgian village of Hoegaarden, a band of monks, again, the monks, man, experimented by adding oddball botanicals from halfway around the world to their traditional wheat beer. Our recipe, inspired by their creation, is an unfiltered beer with a refreshing flavor and captivating aroma unlike any other in the world. You might call it an inspired creation. We call it Hoegaarden. And there's instructions on how to pour this. So it says chill. I'm assuming the glass and the bottle. So
And it is. It's chilled.
Yeah.
This isn't chilled.
Yeah, that's not chilled, but it's all right. I prefer a non-chilled glass. I feel like you water down the beer. Pour 2/3, swirl it. So that's step number 3, and then top off and enjoy. So this is a hazy beer.
To get the haze up to the top, we're gonna swirl it.
Yeah, so we're gonna follow those instructions, except for chilling the glass. But yeah, and then let's go ahead and crack it open.
And I was telling Rick I wanted to drink this out of the bottle, but that would probably be like blasphemy.
Yeah, it would.
Oh, you know what? Also, this
is
is our Easter episode, so happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Yeah. That's true.
And the reason we're doing Hoegaarden is because it's very spring-like. It has all these like refreshing, light, citrusy flavors. Thank you.
Salud.
Salud. Rick opened my beer for me. Also, doing a little bit of research, we found out that this beer had died and come back to life.
Yeah.
So it's a resurrection beer.
So it was a beer, according to the internets, that it didn't make it in World War II. So in the 50s, they closed down, and a man named Pierre, I forgot his name.
Pierre Celis.
Yeah, Pierre Celis, he came back and brought it back to life.
Yeah, so he grew up near a wit beer brewery, apparently.
Really cool.
Yeah, and so when it died, I guess when he got older, he's like, no, it's like from my childhood, and he brought it back.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah.
So it's a resurrection beer. We're gonna call it that.
Yeah.
Ready? So we're gonna do our thing.
Okay. So wait, what are the instructions here?
So you're supposed to
pour 2/3.
Pour 2/3.
All right, that's gonna be hard because we have these small glasses.
The little glasses.
I'll pour it the right way.
So as you see right now, it's clear. It's a little bit pale, but it's clear. And then you're supposed to swirl it. I'm gonna swirl it here. Pour more. I don't see a difference. Oh, wait, there is one. Let me see your glass. Yours is a little bit less clear than mine.
I swirled mine a lot more.
Yeah, so I guess, there's still stuff down there. And again, it has to do with the glass because I think this is like a 12-ounce glass. Or
yes.
It's smaller.
So I have small glasses. I do want to get the specific glasses for the specific beers.
So it's something that we're looking to do is like, hey, you know what? We won't only buy the beer, but we'll get the glass from the brewery for that beer, right? With the name on it.
Yeah. So in Belgium, you would get a glass that actually says Hoegaarden on it, and that's the glass you would use for this beer. We're not there yet. I want to. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah. Really cool. So again, the color it's varying between mine and his, and I think it's because of the size of the glass. It's pale,
Very pale,
golden yellow.
Yeah.
Right?
It almost looks like a champagne.
Yeah, there's a lot of bubbles on that.
And even like the head is very champagne-y.
Yes, it's kind of not. It's not. I guess because I was so focused on the.
You didn't give a head. Oh, that is a professional pour right there.
Yeah, right there. So it's got some. The bubbles all seem the same size, but again, it could be because of the pour. So let's see the rest on it. And I like the color. I do like it.
That was good. Yeah, you could tell. You could tell you own a brewery by the way you poured that.
That
was a perfect pour.
Then let's see on aroma. Oh, you can smell wheat, which is like this pasta, like a cooked pasta smell. I can smell it. So like a lot of Hefeweizens and like
I sipped mine.
You did? No, yeah, I might, because you could smell it more when it's deeper in the glass. Right now, it's still.
Yeah.
But the pasta, the wheat smell, I smell it. It's pretty prominent in there. Salud. Let's give
Salud. Oh. I do taste a little banana in there.
Yeah. This is very I don't know if this is the right term, but they're cousins to Hefeweizens.
Hefeweizens.
Belgian whites. Yeah, the wheat beer.
Hefeweizens are wheat beer as well.
Yes, they have like banana, bubble gum, and that's from the yeast. That's from the yeast,
that's
and they're
so cool.
They're composed of mostly wheat. So this is good though. I really like that because have some very, I don't know, like some I like, some I don't because I really don't like banana, and they can be a little bit, what do they call the ester? The ester smell and taste, which the best way I could describe it, I think I've said it before in this podcast, it's like cologne. Mm-hmm. This doesn't have that.
No.
You know? And I wonder it's the fact that it adds orange peel and coriander that kind of offsets that, right? So now you have that tropical aspect of it, the tropical dynamic of it. And then coriander, you know what coriander is?
It's a spice. I'm not sure where it comes from.
Cilantro seeds.
Oh. That's
right. Because I know that's cilantro.
Coriander is cilantro.
I remember the first time I made a style like this, and I was like, what's coriander? And then I was like, maybe in Spanish I'll figure out what it, and then it came out cilantro. I was like, no way, people put what we put in our menudo or whatever. Or is it oregano? No.
We put cilantro in our I have cilantro in the fridge.
Yeah,
we put it in the tacos.
But it's the seed.
You will put it in what is the other? Not menudo, but it's
pozole. Yeah, that's what it is. Pozole. Yeah. So I think that kind of offsets the flavors that I don't like particularly with that type of yeast or the styles of the Belgian and the Hef style yeast. But I think it's pretty good.
This is a very light beer. It doesn't feel heavy at all, which I like dark beers. And so this one's really good. I guess right away I want to compare it to what is the other orange beer? Blue Moon.
Blue Moon.
I want to compare it to Blue Moon, but I don't think it compares. They're way different.
I think Blue Moon is a little bit thicker. And it's focused more on the orange, right? They have like oranges. I don't know if people do that with this one. That would be interesting.
To put if
people put oranges, I know what's in some regions of the Bavarian style, they'll put an orange on it and stuff. But yeah, I don't think. Oh, there's all the haziness. Okay, the color just changed. Now it's turning like orange.
I wonder if it's gonna taste better.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see.
Get more flavor. Salud.
Again, salud. Yeah, I taste more citrus now. So I think all that stuff at the bottom, naturally unpurified beer, all that is the citrus, the coriander, the orange peel. And orange peel, when it's added in beer, anything orange or citric, it's usually added dry or in liquid form. You can't actually like add fresh oranges and stuff. You'll get this you get like a citric, and I don't want to be too, but you'll get like a bile flavor. Yeah, but this you have none of that. You have none of that. You get it tastes like oranges with wheat, and the coriander. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, how does coriander taste? Coriander seeds.
It is a little. It's citrusy. It has like a kind of bitterness to it, and a little sourness, I think. But in a good, not like sour like milk that goes sour, but like sour like a lemon.
Like a lemon sour.
I have cilantro. You want to try
Tart.
it? We could try to describe it.
No, well, I know cilantro, but it's because it's not cilantro. It's the seeds of the cilantro.
So it's probably even more bitter. I would imagine it's kind of bitter.
Right? It's so new. I don't know. It's interesting that these guys were getting a hold of those types of spices and oranges. Because like back then, it's like now we can go to the grocery store and get that stuff, but these guys were adding it in Belgium.
Yeah, so
those are tropical foods.
So they were. So this beer is as early as 1945. It is, and here it's 1445. But there were beers that had come out before this that were like the wheat beers, and then the monks decided to go halfway around the world, or maybe someone halfway around the world came to them. I don't know which one. I don't know what's most likely, but they grabbed coriander seeds and
it's the same thing like with hops. I guess it was just like, it'd be interesting to have a beer with only grain. And just grain. No hops, no coriander, nothing herbal. It seems like you need like bitterness, right? How would a beer taste if it just had grain? It seemed like these guys were messing with it. Like, I don't know if it wasn't pleasant.
Probably tastes like Coors.
No, because that has hops too. You know what I mean? Like,
what would a beer without hops be?
If you made this with no hops,
it'd be a wine.
Coriander, right? It's a barley wine.
Yeah, I think
like,
it'd
what
be like
would
a barley
I
wine.
don't know.
We could do it.
Just to see, because I mean, apparently our ancestors are the people that were drinking beer. They're like, hey, we need to add something herbal. We need to add dandelions. We need to add hops. We need to add coriander. We need to add orange peels. And I guess, was it for fun, or was it because these guys were like, you know what, this is too sweet? Like, we need to add something to offset it. It's interesting. So we also looked up like to see what would go good with this, and my cousin Matthew has some lemon cake,
courtesy of Sheila. So thank you, Shells.
So that's great. Thank you, Sheila. So we're gonna try it with it.
Yeah. So we talked about doing pairings, and this will be one of our first. So this beer, what I was gonna say was Hoegaarden goes good with goat cheese. From what we researched, and we're gonna try it with this one, but goat cheese, eggs, and like lemon tarts, lemon cake.
So before we do the lemon cake, right? Before we get biased on it, what do you rate it? Well, here, let's do it together.
True.
Let's do it together.
Okay, wait. Oh, you always do this. Hold on.
No, together. No, it's us together.
Hold on. I have to get into the mindset. I do, because like we're rating it off of wheat beers, right?
Well, yeah, rating it as a beer. So like if you have this, right, according to the aroma, according to the taste, according to the look, what would you give it?
Wheat beers, though?
Right? Well, now we're going into specific.
I think we have to, because I can't compare this to an IPA, and I can't compare it to a stout. I can't compare it to a porter. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do that. I'm going to have to rate it like against like the other German beer we had. What was the other one we had?
The Wenstefeiner.
That one was really good.
But then is it like in the category of the Belgian beers that your brother brought us?
Whew.
No, because this is different. This is like a hazy with spices, I'm just saying as a drinkability. As a beer, if you would buy again, do you like it? Do you not like it?
Just beer overall?
Beer overall. Well, I think that's what we've been doing, right?
Not me. I've been doing it. I've been very specific.
For me, it's beer overall. I'm rating it on those three aspects. It's harder with the last podcast. Well,
I'm gonna rate it on wheat beers.
On wheat beers?
Yeah, you could rate it. Rick's rating will be on overall beer. I can't do that because they're so different. It's like you can't I guess you could.
Well, you could, because you could, if you had the choice between a porter and this, which one would you take?
A porter.
You would take a porter.
Right. But
so then already this one's bumped up than most porters that you should be rating theoretically, right?
yeah, that's true. That's true. But see, I can't even imagine thinking like, what's the worst porter I've had? And is this better than that? And what would I give that rating? That starts getting convoluted to me. But I want to call you a master brewer. He doesn't like it because he's like, I'm not a master brewer. Stop calling me that.
I think masters, a lot of them, they do actually have like studies and stuff. I don't have that. But I've been making beer for people
for eight
as
years.
I have 4 kids, one on the way. I've raised my family on it.
So they love beer.
It's like I don't know about all that. Just kidding. No. Barely the other day I gave Rick, because I was drinking coffee.
Yeah.
And Ricky's like, "Can I try some coffee?" And I was like, "Yeah." He had some. He's like, "Yuck." That's it. No, I'll let them have a beer when they're. I think in the state of Texas, they could have a beer at 15 with their parents, and they can have one only. At 15 with their parent. Yeah.
Unless no one knows, they can have it whenever they want. Just kidding. All right, on 3.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 6, 8.5.
Oh. Overall. For all beers.
I like it. I like it a lot. I love citrus. I like this one. I can actually smell that pasta. That's what I'm saying. Like the wheat. I think a lot of people, when they usually use wheat beers, they use these crazy types of yeast, and you get the crazy bubble gum and esters. I'm not a big fan of that. But especially towards the end, I really like that. It's a lot of citrus, kind of like a Blue Moon. Like, you know?
But Blue Moon's better.
You think so? I don't know. Have we rated Blue Moon?
Yeah, we have.
We did already?
Yeah.
What did I give that one?
I don't know. We go back and look. So we are going to make a book eventually, and we'll put our ratings and like the reasons why we put those ratings. And then Rick and I have different taste buds, and so if you have these beers and you're like, oh, I can relate to Rick more, then you should read his ratings. And if you're like, oh no, like Matthew's palate, I like Matthew's palate more. Don't drink it all.
Oh, the cake. I know. I was about to.
Yeah, I know. I saw you.
Oh my god, it tastes so good.
Well, I mean, you can. We have more. If you want to drink a
no,
second
no, because we still got to do the other one.
Yeah, but we've done 2 of one beer before. If you finish it, and then you're not driving.
That's how I know. You know what? I do love box. I love box.
You gave this one an 8.5.
This is really good.
Yeah.
This is really good.
So I gave it a 6 because I'm thinking about Blue Moon. I like Blue Moon more than this one, and the reason I like Blue Moon more is because it has more flavors. It's hazier. You do taste more of the orange. This one has that banana flavor, which I you know what, and I might have rated this one more if I wasn't necessarily thinking about it as Blue Moon, but the fact that they put coriander and orange peel in here as well, like the way Blue Moon did, and like I feel like it's lacking. This one tastes a lot more like the Westifiner than Blue Moon.
Like so you like American beers, you don't like European style?
I like the Westifiner more than this one.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I think the Westifiner, I think I gave it like a 8 or somewhere around there. So I would rate this one.
You like this one more?
Yeah, I do. But I haven't had this beer in a long time, and it's crisper. That's another, talking about like the suds, the bubbles on it. There's more carbonation in this one.
That's something that Rick and I have. We differentiate on. So I've said this before, but like Rick likes crispy beers with high aroma, and I like crispiness is good. I do like crispy beers as well, but it's not a turning point for me. And then the flavor means more to me than the aroma.
Yeah, and that's true. I do like a lot how it smells, and I like that initial, when you're drinking like a very highly carbonated soda, and it tickles back here. Oh, dude, I love that. I love it.
Also, something about you, Ricky, is that you like sessionability.
Yes. So I could drink a lot of this.
If we were going to rate this on sessionability...
You know what? I'll have another one.
Okay, that's what drink, finish it. We'll get another one.
I will.
We'll get another one. On sessionability, this one is highly rated on sessionability.
Yes.
I can appreciate sessionability, but the fact that this is 4.9%, that means that, yeah, I drink 4 of them. You know, like drink 4 of them. Whereas if we were going to drink an 8% beer, like what was it?
It's like you drink one and a half.
You drink,
beers,
you drink 2 of those, and it's like drinking 4 of these, which I would prefer. And I think you just like drinking beer. But you don't
it's
like.
very sad when it ends. You know, it's like if I can have 4 of the other one or 2 of the other, you know what? At least this one I feel like I have more time with it. You know, you know. Anyways,
that's interesting. I like.
I didn't think about that, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that sessionability. So that's something else that I like sessionable beers, but it's also, for me, I'd rather have a high alcohol content beer.
It's. I mean, there's some, and we still haven't gotten into this. We need to get into it, but like some barrel aged stuff, you know, the Bourbon Counties, the Obsidian barrel aged, and all this stuff. We'll get into those, and those it's like another world, right? But if you're talking about a beer that's fermented, has some things in it, I like that. I like that a lot. You know.
Let me get you another one.
Yeah, let's do another one.
Wait, pliers this time, huh?
Yeah, that's all I got.
I have.
We do with what we have here.
Rick just opened his beer with pliers.
I've done all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. I like doing it on the table, but it chips the table.
Yeah, it has to be like a metal table.
Yeah,
and if you have a metal table, then you're risking breaking the
breaking
bottle.
glass. Yeah. But yeah, if you put juice with alcohol, it ripens it. It over ripens it, right? Won't it do that? Like the fruit itself will become spoiled because the alcohol's eating it.
You know what? I don't. So it depends on the yeast, right? Because if the yeast is active at certain temperatures, so that means it's going to go ahead and eat any extra sugars, and literally when it's eating it, it's producing alcohol. So it's rotting, right? You're rotting it on purpose. But if it's cold and deactivated, and you add certain fruits when it's cold, you actually taste the fruit because the yeast isn't eating it. So the sugar within the fruit and the fruit itself, you taste it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm impressed that you can get certain flavors with yeasts. I like that. That's, it's kind of weird. It's like misleading.
There's
but it's impressive
that I have that I've made, and they taste like pineapple. It tastes like mango, but it has to do with the hop and the yeast. It doesn't have to do with the beer itself.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Should we try this?
Yeah, so let's try it. Let's see.
So we're gonna try this lemon cake. That's a good lemon cake. How's it pair?
I like it.
Wow, that pairs really well.
I think it's really good.
Wow. I did not think it was going to pair that well.
No.
I guess it's the citrusness. Like,
yeah.
So with lemon cake, this is an 8. Hey, that's really good. So this lemon cake with coffee is amazing. I mean, I do like pairings. Like I'll go. I mean, I went to what was it? Great American last night, and I got a ribeye, and I got a Negra Modelo. It was good. Yeah, it was a good pairing. This is a great pairing.
Really good. So anyways, final thoughts on this. What do you think?
I think Pierre Celis did a great job.
And I wonder, I mean, he reopened it. I wonder if it tastes like the original recipe. It says according that, it's the same thing, but
It does say 1445.
yeah. So is it a marketing scheme? Is it just, well, we went in there and we're making it at the same brewery, but is it the same recipe? We don't know. But for this beer, I mean, I really enjoy it. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. No, this is good.
And the only reason I didn't give it the other 1.5, right? Am I doing the math on that right? The label, it's a little bit like, oh, I don't know.
So if this label was super impressive, would you give it a 10?
Yeah.
No
I
way.
think so. And then also that they want a chill glass. That took off like for sure a half point for me. I do not like
just make your beer good enough so you could drink it.
if I can't drink it warm, it's not good. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
No.
kind of true. So that's kind of true. Like I know, because you know what? Anything cold, any drink that's really cold, will almost go down pretty smoothly. And if you want to test this theory, soda is actually really not great for you. Especially they put like sodium benzoate in it now.
It doesn't
or
taste good.
But if you sit it on the table for a day and then drink it, that's like its real flavor. That's what soda really is. But they carbonate it and they cool it, and then it tastes good and it burns your throat, and it's like it has sugar and everyone loves sugar, right? But yeah, leave Sprite, leave Coca-Cola, leave whatever you want on the table. Let it sit there for a day. It'll lose its fizz and it'll lose its coldness, and that's what it actually is. Like that's what you're really drinking. I actually think this beer would be good warm.
Yeah,
I think it would be. This is, and that when we did the Bud Light and Coors Light and
those would not
Natural
be
Light,
good.
yeah, those have to be.
Those, when they warm up a little bit, like usually what you serve a beer at between 32 to 35 degrees. Some people claim 29 degrees. I doubt that. But like some beers, when they warm up even to 40, they're not good.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that smells weird. Or like a lot of those domestic style beers, they have that sulfur smell. Mm-hmm. They have a weird sulfur smell. So yeah.
Hey man, lemon cake and Hoegaarden.
It's beast.
That's it's a pair for Easter.
Well, anyways, cheers, guys. All right. Thanks for supporting us. Subscribe. We can't wait to see you guys here again.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.